Iran ready to make nuclear concessions as Trump asks for Qatar's help getting a deal. A top Iranian official has said the country is prepared to make a number of concessions related to its nuclear program in exchange for the lifting of economic sanctions. It comes as Donald Trump, during his tour of the Middle East, urged Qatar to wield its influence over Iran to persuade it to give up its nuclear program. Ali Shimkhani, a top political, military, and nuclear advisor to Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, he said Tehran was willing to commit to never making nuclear weapons again, getting rid of its stockpiles of highly enriched uranium, which can be weaponized, agree to only enrich uranium to the lower levels needed for civilian use and allow international inspectors to supervise the process. This was in exchange for the prospect of the immediate lifting of all economic sanctions on the country. Asked if Iran would sign an agreement today if those conditions were met, Mr. Shimkhani told yes. His comments are the clearest public indication of what Iran hopes to get out of a deal and their willingness to do one. It's still possible. If the Americans act as they say, for sure we can have better relations, Mr. Shimkhani added. However, he expressed frustration at continued threats from the U.S. president, describing them as all barbed wire and no olive branch. Similarly, he warned that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu might try to derail the deal. Elsewhere, on the second of 3 stops on his tour of the Middle East, Mr. Trump appealed to Qatar for help in the process. He urged the country to use its influence over Iran to persuade its leadership to reach a deal with the U.S. and dial back its rapidly advancing nuclear program. Mr. Trump made the comments during a state dinner. This comes after Mr. Trump told a Gulf Cooperation Council meeting in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, this week that he wants to make a deal. However, he said that as part of any agreement, Iran must end its support of proxy groups throughout the Middle East. Mr. Trump has always said Iran could not be allowed to develop a nuclear weapon. The U.S. and Iran reached a nuclear deal in 2015, under Barack Obama, in which Iran agreed to drastically reduce its stockpile of uranium and limit enriching up to 3.67%. But Mr. Trump scrapped that deal in his first term. Today, Iran enriches up to 60%, a short, technical step from weapons-grade levels. Washington and Tehran have engaged in 4 rounds of talks since early April.